live at beautiful DJ's Dugout in fantastic downtown Omaha, Nebraska. My first question, is this crowd already drunk or are they still drunk?
Still drunk.
Still, okay, very good. So we are live in Omaha on the day that somebody's winning a national championship. Tonight, Vanderbilt and Mississippi State. It feels like we've been out here for 2 months, but we are here on this day. What a run it's been for both teams. One of the teams actually earned their way to this. And tonight, we will find out if Mississippi State is able to win the first national championship in school history. Hello, Carl.
Hello, Brandon.
Look at pandering Carl with the hat. Where'd you get the hat?
You gave me the hat.
I did.
And you asked me if I wanted to wear the hat. And I said unequivocally yes. And the reason is I have fallen in love with the Mississippi State Bulldog fan base. I have.
Fair enough. Hey, Ben.
How are you doing, Brandon?
I'm average. How are you?
Just average. You get a good night's sleep? You rested?
No, no, I very much did not. So I got back to the hotel last night about, 12:30 after, walking around downtown, all the places that where people are dancing. They were wild, and it was a fun time. I go back to the Hilton, which is Mississippi State's hotel, and there were thousands of people there. It was ridiculous. You couldn't walk around. And I was the biggest celebrity there. And Dak was like, wow, can I get a picture taken with you? And I said, no, Dakota, please. And I got back to the hotel at 12:30, and I thought, okay, well, I'll get 8 hours of sleep, and I'll be ready to go tomorrow. And I didn't realize that my mind was still in game mode, and I stayed up to like 2:40 watching YouTube highlights of Dak Prescott and Eric Dampier and every single athlete that's ever played at Mississippi State University. No, I did not sleep well. How are you holding up?
I'm doing good, man. It's a day 14, I believe, in Omaha. But, man, what a trip it's been. Just can't say enough. So many memories, and what a way to finish it. Game 3, winner-take-all national championship. Both aces thrown today, Kumar Rocker, Will Bednar. I don't really know how you can ask for more, and I'll admit this publicly. Huge shout-out to the State fans for traveling. I mean, these crowds are unbelievable. I mean, it's Dave Portnoy tweeting about it last night. It's phenomenal to see sport.
Yeah, it really is something when you watch these. Vanderbilt's been the best baseball program in college baseball for a few years. They've already won 2 national championships, and they're trying to win a third tonight. They're a great program. Now, they have advantages to get them there, but whatever. That's for another day. But they have about 2,500 people here, about 3,000 maybe, and one of them makes it all about him, and they just ruin the game. There's probably 30,000 Mississippi State fans in Omaha, Nebraska right now, and that's not a joke. Because there's 20,000 in the stands, and there's a lot here that ain't going to the games. That can't get in. Yeah. That can't get tickets. So there's a shit ton of State fans.
What is it, 300 or 400 to get in the door tonight?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty high, and I do want to give credit to Mississippi State fans because they actually did travel up. A lot of these Vanderbilt fans are local. It's like Omaha people that, over the years, well, Vanderbilt comes here every year, so now we're Vanderbilt fans. There aren't a ton of these, diehard, I'm from Nashville. I grew up in Nashville. I grew up going to Vanderbilt baseball games. I love this shit. So I would say if you said 2,500, I would say there's probably not even 300 of those people here, where there's got to be. Last night, there was 24,000 Mississippi State fans in that stadium.
And, thank goodness that whistling piece of shit made it. You okay?
Well, I think, just let go of that guy. Let's stay up here.
Yeah, you're right. It's about us.
It's about us.
Not about them
about the
today.
Bulldogs.
It's about us. It's about our team, right, Carl? Because you got the hat.
I'm wearing the hat. I could put you on an island. I could cheer for Vanderbilt.
You gonna do that to yourself?
No, I don't.
You'll be over there with him.
No, and part of it is
it's a lonely, isolated world.
It is. It is a lonely, isolated world. And the beer garden with you guys yesterday during that rain delay, that was probably the best 2-hour rain delay I've ever experienced in my life.
Was Greg there?
I heard Greg. I didn't see him.
Okay, makes a lot of sense. Greg, how you doing, buddy? Oh, your voice is gone. Thank God. That's going to make the show a hell of a lot better. Hey, mullet guy. That's mullet guy.
Okay. He's everywhere.
He is everywhere.
There's 6 of you.
Yeah, no, he's a beautiful son of a bitch. You're a good-looking man. He's not.
No.
Not at all.
Not really.
Anyway, so we got a lot to talk about today on Pick Central. We are culminating. This is the end of our trip, regardless of what happens. Today is our last day at DJ's Dugout. It will either end in a victory for Mississippi State, and I'll have my first national championship, or it will not. I guess the question I keep asking, last night I was walking around after the game, and I'm high-fiving everybody. I'm saying, dogs in 3. Tonight's our night. This is our year. We're going to win the national title. I wake up this morning, still feeling pretty good. But I know by 6 o'clock, by the first pitch, I will be a nervous wreck of mess.
Can I give you a little, hopefully this calms your nerves.
Okay, please.
You guys have an advantage tonight, I think, being the away team and getting to hit first, because the whole essence of this championship series has been winning the first inning. And so I think with kind of the nervousness that I would have as a State fan with what McLeod did in Game 1, and then you see runs go up Game 2, tonight, you really get to tell Rowdy Jordan and Tanner Allen and that Cameron kid, like, your best, sweetest spot of the lineup. Like, yo, go set the tone tonight. And you guys could have a significant lead before Kumar even or before Vanderbilt even has a chance to put runs on the board.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Yeah,
I would say this like Kumar too. You got to get to him early a lot. You know, a lot of these aces, you got to get to him before they settle down. Arizona jumped on him really good last Saturday. I do think it's important to set the tone. Carl, what I want to ask you as a former pitcher. Kumar Rocker's on 4 days rest. Usually in college, you pitch once a week. Will Bednar's on 3 days rest. What kind of adjustment is that for these guys?
I think it's a bigger adjustment. I actually think it's a bigger adjustment for Kumar, and the reason is he's been billed and branded as the #1 pick in his class for as long as that guy's been getting scouted. And so now you're in a position where he's making his third start. Bednar's making his third start. When you talk about these like egos and personalities, I don't know him from a hole in a wall, but from what I do know from reading about him, I should say, is that Bednar's going to be in a significantly better position to be like, this is my game, my team, my moment right now. Why? Does Will Bednar historically look at his career and be like, I am going to go out and win all these Cy Young awards and be an all-star and all this stuff? Like, I'll not take anything away from Kumar Rocker, but you know he's taking the mound tonight, but he's thinking about the big leagues. Like, his life is professional baseball, what happens after this. Will Bednar's life will be made tonight. That's fact. Whether he goes on and wins 20 games, I shouldn't say that, but if he becomes a regular, everyday big leaguer, I'll guarantee there will not be a start in that guy's life unless it's Game 6 of the World Series that can compare to what he's going to do tonight, and that's why I'm leaning towards Bednar, where I know Rockers could be like, oh, whatever, if I get shelled tonight, I got a 10-year big league career ahead of me.
Well, it's not just Bednar against Rocker, it's Bednar/Sims against Rocker.
And they have Murphy.
Yeah, I think if you get 5 innings out of Bednar, 5 good innings, and then you turn it over to Sims for 4, I think you feel decent.
Let me ask you this: if Bednar's cruising in the 5th,
oh, you keep going,
and you just let it ride, right?
Yeah. You take that train as far as it'll go.
Am I off on that about the legacy that is at stake for Bednar here?
Okay, okay. I don't know if I'm being too big of a homer when I say what I'm about to say. I feel like Vanderbilt, with their #1 classes every year, with their scholarship advantages, I feel like those are mercenaries, those are hired guns. I feel like they wear the V for 3 years, they move on, they don't wear the V anymore. Guys that wear that logo wear it for the rest of their lives, and that's real talk. I really think like a Will Bednar is like okay. Last night, Jay Cutler was here for Vanderbilt, right? Dak Prescott, Rafael Palmeiro, Jonathan Papelbon, the list goes on and on. Brandon Walker at the top of that list. You've got the list of Mississippi State dignitaries. I mean, we couldn't get them all in one box last night. Jeffrey Simmons was here from the Tennessee Titans. A couple of other NFL players. Everybody's here. The entire fan base, everybody that's ever mattered at Mississippi State is here. And Vanderbilt's just like, was any other former baseball player there for Vanderbilt last night? I didn't see him. So
no, it is just Jay Cutler, and Jay Cutler's a funny guy. Who knows if he even cares about Vanderbilt baseball?
I'm sure he doesn't.
I promise you he doesn't.
He just wants to sit in a box and drink a couple of beers and have a good time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Dak's over there with the jersey. He got the Mississippi State tattoos, So I don't know. I feel like our players are more ingrained in the culture and the system and the atmosphere around Mississippi State baseball, because there is a culture around Mississippi State baseball that's pretty special, and the only thing it lacks is something that it can get tonight.
Yeah, and I'll also add too, as you said, Vandy's won a couple. They just won in 19. These Mississippi State guys are better. I mean, they want to be the first ever to win it. I mean, that's iconic.
I would agree with that.
So I think we're all pretty much in agreement that if you have to just look at this from an intangible standpoint, then obviously you have to lean towards Mississippi State and everything they bring to the table.
Well, yeah. Now we are facing. I don't want to make it sound like an easy thing, because we are facing the best pitcher in college baseball, at least one of the two. You don't think he?
Well, I watch him against. I'm not huge on him because we sat behind on plate when he pitched against NC State. You guys can talk all the shit you want me about this, but I think the pitching for Texas is that much better because they go fastball, changeup with the slider. They make you hit 3 different types of speeds, and with Rocker, it's like that he reminds me a lot of Sims in that it's like fastball, slider, and he's just relying on it. And the fastball, to me, he throws with a lot of angle, but if he comes out there rushed for a little bit, the ball looks like a fucking slice of pizza. I mean, It comes out gigantic like this. His strikeout to walk numbers is so high, but it's almost like he benefits significantly from pitching every Friday, once every 7 days. And you can go out and be max effort. We're asking him to make his 3rd start in Omaha, and he hasn't looked crisp in the first 2. So now that we're going to the 3rd and all this emotion energy is in the room, I don't think that makes him better. I think it makes Mississippi State better, and I think Rocker's in fucking trouble tonight.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Sorry. We will absolutely see.
I don't want to undersell Will Bednar, though. I mean, he's projected big-time pick, too. It's not just like he's going to have a major.
Kumar's a top 5 pick, but Bednar's probably top 15.
I saw he was projected like 35th, 36th. I saw. I mean, it's not just like he's a college guy.
And I think he has improved that tremendously since he got to Omaha. Like, he was good this year. He's been elite in the College World Series.
It's a great story, too, as your Saturday guy who's now clearly become the guy. He's clearly the guy, and you like those momentum stories throughout the year.
Ben, you don't have any eggs on you, do you?
No eggs on me.
Okay. Can we just make a deal that no matter what happens tonight, no eggs? Because
no eggs?
I don't think I can handle losing and taking an egg to the face.
What's the egg to the face, Brandon?
Well, I still owe him an egg to the face.
Is the egg bowl bet that you lost?
Yeah, but we'll get it back this year. Don't worry about that.
Bet's on this year.
Yeah, bet's on. It's a 24-20.
Yeah,
it's a 365 bet.
Thanksgiving night game this year too. I hope you and me can make it if you make it back to West.
That taco salad looks lovely, sir. You're just bringing that out.
Somebody got a taco salad?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big taco.
That is a big, beautiful taco salad.
This guy said, I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to get a salad, and it's a fucking taco salad.
It's just like one big nacho.
When asked if it's healthy.
Of course it's healthy. It's a salad.
Nacho. You're a bad boy.
That guy's not even looking at you. He's looking at his salad.
Good salad.
All right. So I don't want to talk everything about this stuff. But I don't want the whole show to be about, because we do have people watching.
Fuck you. You've been dreaming of this moment since Dave was like, come on down to Barstool.
Yeah.
One of these days you were like, I'm going to put Mississippi State right in front of you.
It is wild. Like when I got hired at Barstool, whatever. I guess Barstool just has a lucky charm in the fact that when it hires people like me, and then you get this run out of nowhere. Like, and I'm able to get Mississippi State out there, and Barstool's able, and Dave's tweeting about the Hail State fan base last night. I mean, that's fantastic.
And then if you bring in the Mincy element of this, where Mincy's like, I'm going to do college baseball, and I'm going to care about college baseball, and this can make sense, and then like him being hired as like a rival to you because it's Ole Miss versus Mississippi State, and now he's done everything he possibly can to make it count and matter, and now you are in the position to be elevated to this giant platform. It's crazy.
Well, no. The irony that he shows up and wants to grow college baseball as an Ole Miss fan, and the very first thing that happens is Mississippi State wins the national title, is the most delicious thing I can think of.
Well,
I might not eat the rest of the trip.
Yeah, I'll say this too, though, on the full circle thing. I mean, you doing well at Barstool is what got me there, and so I think it's full circle.
Yeah.
You doing well with SEC stuff. They brought me to further your storyline, and it's ironic and full circle that State makes a run when I'm covering college baseball. I think it kind of makes sense.
And it's extra full circle that I'm here because it makes zero sense.
None whatsoever.
Yeah, so we really want to do a Barstool storyline. Well, Carl's there too. Why is Carl there? No idea.
Well, he's got a jersey. He has an Illinois jersey that he stole from the trainer's room. Actually, they gave it to you, though, right?
I'm not going to defend this.
Okay.
All right. You guys know I played.
I'm curious. Dave tweeted last night about the Hail State fan base being awesome and the huge turnout. And he said, what other fan bases would turn out like this? And I responded, of course, I mean, not that Ole Miss makes Omaha much, but I know we'd turn out really good if we made it.
It wouldn't turn out like this.
Well, this is the whole town.
Muffy and Buffy are on vacation in Orange Beach right now, pretending it's 38.
Yeah, so
Orange Beach. Nice.
So what school? LSU and Arkansas for sure.
LSU, I think.
Nebraska because it's 45 minutes.
I think LSU for sure. I think Arkansas is right there.
It's only 5.5 hour drive for Arkansas.
I think Arkansas is close. Yeah, I guess you could say Nebraska, but probably because they're so close.
I said South Carolina and Ole Miss too, but I think behind them.
But Carolina's done it. Like they won back-to-back national titles.
They sold out.
Did they?
Yeah. Omaha.
I'm going to pick one, and you guys may not like it, but it's Ohio State. And
Who said that? What'd you say?
There's 200,000 students at Ohio State or something crazy.
But they don't go to games. They don't care about college baseball
until they have a chance to like be in the front of everything. And then Ohio State, they're the worst fans. They're the loudest.
That girl just said, "Go Cox." I hope she's talking about South Carolina. All right, so who'd you say Ohio State? I'm sorry.
I think Ohio State's never made it, or they haven't made it since the 60s.
Yeah, but like Michigan has a huge fan base, and there were like 5 of them here a couple years ago.
I can see that, but that's because Michigan people are, and I'm going to piss.
They think they're above it.
Yeah, and Dave's a Michigan alumni. Didn't even.
Michigan's significantly more cultured than Ohio State.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Ohio State has a bigger Walmart faction of the fan base. Huge Walmart faction of the fan base.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people that then it's spread out nationally. All right, we don't need to talk about Ohio State. Let's talk about you guys.
Yeah, but it was a great question when Dave said who else would turn out like this. I think when you add, and I don't know if this year or right now LSU would even travel as well as us, because LSU has won this. LSU's gotten here and they've won it. These people are desperate. I'm desperate. We're trying to be part of this moment. We're trying to will it to happen. So I think this is the perfect storm of a fan base that needs it, a team that can get it, and showing up to.
How much of a difference does it make to have the fan base here too?
I tell you what, we played 18 innings in the College World Series championship against Vanderbilt, right? 17 of the 18 innings, I think Mississippi State's been the better team. I'm not saying that.
I think that's fair.
I don't know what's going to happen tonight. They had one pitcher that didn't play well the other night, up to his standards the other night, and Vanderbilt had a 7-run inning, and that game was over. Every other inning since then, we have dominated that, and I think when the cheese started sliding off the cracker for Vanderbilt last night, when they fell down 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, and these people got involved, it was lights out.
I thought they kind of threw. I was surprised when they took out Christian Little. They put in Patrick. Remember, I commented to you, I thought they were going to put in Luke Murphy or one of their top guys because the game was still in reach. They put in Patrick Riley, who's their number 4 starter, and it was almost like they were just white flagging it. They're just like, we're down. We got Kumar Rocker. We're going to save Murphy and stuff for tomorrow, and that's kind of how I felt.
Yeah, I said in the second
felt like they were
Luke Murphy
like
right away. If you have a chance to throw him out, he's an electric guy. Throws like 98, 99 with a power slider, undersized guy. But if he could have given you 3-4 innings there in the middle of the game, and then at 6th, 7th inning. But it's obvious Vanderbilt was like, we can either win this game with our offense or we have to come back for game 3 with Kumar.
Yeah, I think they were saving the bullets in the gun at that point.
Yeah.
One more baseball question. My God,
Lane Forsythe, by the way, had 2 hits last night, I think so.
And he almost hit
three. And he almost hit a home run. Almost hit a home run. All right, so he told me to shut the fuck up last night. I listened.
Yeah. No, he was outstanding. And a lot of Mississippi State fans were down on him. I certainly was not one. I was always in his corner. I was Mr. Lane Forsythe. Yes, I had my jersey. But it was a big moment for us Laniacs last night. So one more question before.
Is his dad here or something?
Probably.
Okay.
Did I tell you the story about when I was sitting in the stands the other night?
Tell me.
We were sitting in left field, and I don't know, we were down like 2-1, 3-1, and he comes up, and I go. And we're all family here, right? We can trust each other. We're in the trust. I go, fuck, not this guy. And I hear from like the other row said, "That's my brother-in-law." I'm like, really? Really? I'm very sorry. I was sorry. I didn't know that I was talking so loud. And then afterward, I've seen those people like 3 or 4 times, and they're saying, "You look like an idiot now." I say, "Yeah, sure do. Sure do." But you know what? That's what happens.
That's part of it. And the brother-in-law needs to hear it. And maybe every now and then Lane needs to hear it.
Fans can be over-emotional idiots sometimes.
Well, I mean,
I built an entire career on it.
Yeah.
Before we move on, I got one more question for both of you guys. I know what it's meant for me, what it's been like for me to be part of this run, part of this, all of this, to the brink of a national championship. Carl, you had never been to a Mississippi State game. You've never been part of any of this. What's it been like for you to be in the middle of this run?
All right, so this is actually, I'll give you a very sincere answer. College baseball is a huge thing to me. It's meant a lot to me. It's been something that is a huge part of my life. And I didn't know that people cared the way like people care out here. And so it's a non-revenue sport where I played. It's a type of thing where it's like, oh, you're on the baseball team. That's cool. Do you know this guy on the football team? Like nobody really ever cared. And so it's been like this transcendent experience to be out here and just see how much emotion and joy that college baseball brings. And I hope the product and the people that are seeing it for the first time compare it to pro ball. And I'm telling you, one weekend series watching these teams means more than sitting down and watching 3 straight weeks of professional baseball. It's absolutely crazy. So from a personal standpoint, to be able to connect with it on this level, it's very special. It's very, very, very special. But I'm jealous of you guys. You guys get to live in this.
No, I live in the stank hole of New Jersey.
But you have access to
I'm coming home soon.
You're like, this is awesome. You know?
I'm coming home soon. What's it been like for you?
Man, it's been unbelievable for me. And I got to say, I've been surprised by how the welcome I've gotten from State fans has been. I've been like very kind of overwhelmed by it because there's a lot of fans. I obviously go really hard at State on Twitter a lot as an Ole Miss fan, but there's a big portion of our fan base that likes that I went hard for college baseball. And when we were out at that old mattress factory yesterday, I mean, dude, just so much fun.
Yeah,
it's been cool to see from Mississippi. For sure.
I would tell you why you've been received very well, because we've been winning.
That's probably true.
If we had come out here and gone 0 for 2, it would not have gone. It would have been sour. It would have been hatred. It would have been all
and
that.
The only team I can win on, I'm 5-1 picking the outright winners in state games.
Yeah, we're winners.
Yeah, well, but I've taken y'all. It's worked. So it's ironic. But it's been great. It's been amazing.
Why don't you tell the people about that wonderful company right there?
All right. Hi, friends. MeUndies believes that comfort is about more than what's touching your skin. It's about feeling comfortable in your own skin. That's why MeUndies not only uses sustainable, breathable, soft-as-heck fabric, but they also give you endless styles to choose from. It's total comfort inside and out. Never leave your couch again with the MeUndies membership, a monthly subscription that sends new pairs right to your door. Each month, you'll choose new undies, socks, or a bralette and pick the style and color or print that feels the most you. Fun, right? Plus, enjoy discounted pricing, free shipping, and exclusive early access to new launches. Love your butt and get the membership. To get your 15% off your first order and free shipping, go to MeUndies.com/picks. That's MeUndies.com/picks.
All right. It has been, like we're driving in this morning, right? And we're just driving in the car, and my 11th grade English teacher is walking down the street. You know, I've been able to see people that I haven't seen. I've been stuck up there with you assholes for like 2 years. I've been in New Jersey, you know, I've been in New York, and it's fine. It's whatever. It's the best opportunity of my life. But I miss these people. And it's, again, I've said it again, but as soon as I get done with this, as soon as we win the national championship tonight, I'm going to celebrate tonight. I'm waking up tomorrow, flying to New Jersey, getting the family, and I'm headed to West Point. I'm headed to Point City for a couple of weeks.
Golden Triangle?
Yeah, I'm headed to Point City. I'm headed to, I'm going to be waist deep in a pond bass fishing this weekend. So whatever happens tonight is gonna propel that forward.
How far of a drive is that?
From New Jersey, it is 16 hours and 7 minutes. And I do it in one shot. No stopping for the night for me. I do it in one shot, 16 hours. We always leave at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. What?
I was going to say, what time you leave for that?
Leave at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know why?
Most of the driving's at night?
Correct.
That's fucked up.
No, it's not. You don't have kids.
Oh. But isn't that more dangerous, though?
Oh, yeah, much more dangerous.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the risk of driving at night is...
Actually, no. I mean, there's nobody on the road at night. If you can take care of yourself, if you can do it, it's much safer, actually. But, so you got kids. From 4 to 9, they're up and they're playing their games. But at 9 o'clock, they go to sleep. They just pass out, and for the next 8 hours, they sleep through the trip.
Are you tempted to just, like, drug your kids and knock them out?
I'm Mike Walker's son. I've drugged plenty of people in my life. Maybe that's a little personal.
No, it's just like...
my dad's in jail.
Will they have the game on there tonight?
I don't know. He's also blind. Okay.
Savor those father-son moments.
Yes. There are a lot of people here today.
Huge turnout. Huge.
Are we going to win a national championship today? So this is the best kind of crowd. I could literally say anything. I could say anything, but it's fantastic. All right, there's a lot of other sports. This is a sports gambling show. We're going to have to circle around. We'll go back to the College World Series in a minute. We're going to talk about what's your favorite team of all time. I know I was asked last night, what's your favorite Mississippi State team of all time? I'd like to know for you as a Chicago fan, what's yours, and for you, what's yours. Your answer probably going to get booed in here, but that's fine. No, you're going to give a Saints.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. All right, so you'll be okay. We'll talk about your favorite team of all time. What's the most nervous you've ever been considering a sporting event? I want to ask that question. And let's talk about some more sports. We'll circle back to all this in just a minute. Shohei Ohtani plays for the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. Are they still called that, or are they just Los Angeles Angels now?
They're Los Angeles LAA.
Okay, all right. So Shohei Ohtani, is this the most breathtaking thing we've ever seen in Major League Baseball? Because certainly none of us were alive for when they used to do it back in the day, when every pitcher had 9 complete games in a row and Babe Ruth pitched and hit. Is this the most fascinating? Is this the most impressive thing we've ever seen in baseball?
I mean, non-steroids, yes.
I feel like in as big as it is, what he's doing, and let me tell you what he's doing. Shohei Ohtani for the Angels is leading the league in home runs. He's got 28 now. 28 home runs. He's got 3 in Yankee Stadium this week. He also has 11 stolen bases. He's leading the league in triples. He's leading the league in slugging percentage. Oh, by the way, on the mound, he's 3-1 with a 2.58 ERA, and he's top 10 in strikeouts per 9 innings. He is a very good starting pitcher. He is an elite hitter. He is doing it at the same time. And as big as it is inside the world of baseball, I feel like this should be dominating the world of sports right now.
I think it would be a bigger story if we've seen people try this before. I actually can't think. Micah Owens was a pitcher, kind of outfield first baseman for Tulane in 2005. He went in the first round of the Arizona Diamondbacks. He ended up making it up, I want to say, with the Reds and the Diamondbacks. He would get pinch hit for sometimes, or he would pinch hit sometimes at the end of games back in like 2008, 9, 10 or whatever. Power hitting right-handed bat. And that was a big thing where it was like maybe this guy could play both positions. I want to say he hit 210 in his career, maybe 200.
Yeah.
Another example would be the first baseman from Louisville a couple of years ago.
Brendan McKay.
Yeah, and they didn't know if he was going to be a pitcher or a first baseman. But there was very little talk after AA of whether or not he could do both at the AAA and higher level. Like, we've never even had a guy get to the big leagues before and be like, I'm going to pitch a little bit here and then I'm going to play.
Right.
And now we're talking about, like, the first time you're seeing it regularly, and he's putting up the best offensive numbers and some of the most dominant pitching numbers. Like, I just don't think our brains can understand what's going on. That's why it's not a bigger story, because we're like, oh, that's cool. Like, we don't get it. That's my long-winded take.
No, it's certainly something we've never seen before. It's special. The only thing I can compare it to, what he's doing, is Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson being an all-star in 2 sports at the same time. Bo Jackson being a great running back for the Raiders and being a fantastic outfielder for the Royals. And I think that's a little more impressive doing it in 2 sports, but I think in modern times, that's the only comparison you can.
Because he's a dual all-star. He could be an all-star as a pitcher. He could be an all-star as an offensive player, which is different than Bo being an all-star outfielder and a Pro Bowl running back. But Deion Sanders was never an all-star caliber baseball player.
No, he was a Hall of Fame football player, but not a great baseball player.
Fine functional 4th outfielder,
Right.
5th guy, go steal.
He'd lead off a little bit.
Yeah.
But he did like 280. He never beat.
Yeah, it wasn't anything like, it was all athleticism. So.
Yeah, he was a solid Major League Baseball player.
I mean, and
he
then
wasn't a star.
If Shohei Ohtani was playing for the Yankees and doing this, though.
Oh, we'd be sick of him. Yeah, I would be talking. I would not want to talk about him.
Are we clear the Angels now?
Not just Yankees, Red Sox too.
But the Angels suck because now they've got Shohei and Trout, and nobody cares.
They're hiding the 2 best players in baseball. Yes.
Like, we'll never care about the 2 best baseball players of this entire generation because they're going to end up playing together in Los Angeles and winning 81 games a year. They need Will Bednar.
Look at
the crowd's like.
I love. Well, they tuned out when we started talking about other stuff. We'll get back to college.
We got one thing breaking on Twitter. You see Dave Portnoy's tweet?
What did he say?
Dave Portnoy just bet $110,000 on Mississippi State tonight. Just posted on Twitter.
How did he get to 110?
He risked 110 to win 115,500 at plus 105. And I immediately responded, I'm on Vandy with Kumar Rocker, and he started laughing. I'm sure he's going to laugh.
I doubt he's going to laugh, man. He's not going to laugh. That's $100,000.
Yeah, I don't think
he's not going to laugh at that.
He's dead serious right now. Right. If I were you, I wouldn't talk to Dave for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
he's got $100,000 out there.
No. There ain't $100,000 to him is like
no.
That's 10 cents to me.
It's a pretty good chunk.
Good luck with your bet tonight, Dave.
Yeah, Dave, I'm pulling for you, buddy. I was on the fence about this game, but now that I know you're on Mississippi State, go Dogs.
Yeah, everybody's so excited.
I'm lying. I actually was rooting for Mississippi State prior to that.
Yeah.
Dave, man, wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Yeah. I also have money on Mississippi State.
I'll tell you what I'm putting on.
I have $57 on Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Wink.
I have. Well, I need some of this for the beer garden later. That's for
the beer garden. Oh, by the way, if we do win tonight, the beer garden's going to be something. Why do we have to pay to get in the beer garden? We're Brandon Walker and Carl from Barstool Sports.
I put 50 big ones on Mississippi
50
State.
Big ones right there. Bam, that's going on Mississippi State.
1 full unit.
So, all right. Yeah, Ben, you might want to just avoid Twitter for a while. You didn't really reply to that, did you?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, all right. Well, it was...
Do you want to vanish?
Yeah, let him read that.
I feel like if I didn't vanish last Monday, I'm okay because I don't see how it can get any worse. But let's talk about IP Vanish. IP Vanish is a virtual private network, a VPN for short. A VPN is a super important tool that helps you safely browse the internet. You can use a VPN on your computers, tablets, phones, even things like your Fire Stick when you're streaming media. When you use a VPN, all your data is encrypted. What you're reading, what you're searching, and what you're watching are all protected. If you care about the security of your online activity, the easiest way to protect yourself is with IP Vanish VPN. Rated 4.7 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot, IP Vanish provides an encrypted connection for all your internet traffic, helping to prevent websites, Wi-Fi providers, and even hackers from intercepting your data. You can help your financial details, personal information, online activity, keep it safe from threats with IP Vanish. So get started with this limited time offer and save 65% off monthly and annual subscriptions by going to ipvanish.com/central. One more time. That's ipvanish.com/central, all lowercase.
At Barstool Big Cat, 38 minutes ago, I think I'm going to take Mississippi State tonight. So Big Cat also jumping in on the bandwagon here. Starting to get a little heavy.
Starting
to get a little heavy.
The only people I know that are pulling for Vandy are Vandy and Ole Miss fans. Literally,
yeah.
That's it in the entire world.
How much does a $100,000 bet from Dave move the line?
That's a good question.
We're about to see.
It's a very good question.
On the Barstool Sports.
Well, like
Dave's got it at plus 105.
Yeah, now it's like minus 110 for everybody else.
Yeah, on the Barstool, I bet he does.
I do want to mention, too, even though we don't have the app in Mississippi, you can bet on the Barstool Sports. Ameristar, Vicksburg, Hollywood, Tunica, and Hollywood Gulf Coast, and Bay St. Louis all are pinned Barstool for any of y'all that want to support us down in Mississippi. I'm checking. So right now the line's still plus 105. I'm seeing on the app. Dave, I feel like 100K would move a college baseball line. Let's flip it into.
But I feel like it really tells you what the odds makers do feel about this game because I doubt Kumar Rocker has been that short of a favorite anytime all year.
So it opened at 129 on Friday, and then all the word leaked out about the NC State COVID thing, and it went all the way to about like 220 or 240 before they yanked it off the board. But it was 129. When it opened on Friday against NC State.
I truly believe Mississippi State is a better team than Vanderbilt. However, Vanderbilt has two of the best pitchers in the country. They are really propped up by those two pitchers.
No, they are.
They're elite. They're
elite when they have Rocker and Leiter out there, and you see the fall when they don't.
You guys have a better outfield. They have a better infield. You guys are pretty split on the catcher, even though I really like CJ.
We have a much better catcher.
I like your catcher a lot. Yeah. I very
Logan
much.
Tanner.
Yeah, Logan Tanner. I'd like him more if his name was Tanner Logan because I like a Tanner in the first name. We talked about this before.
I know we talked about it, but I thought you liked the fact that he was the last name.
But he has a Tanner.
We have so many Tanners.
It's a good
so many
name.
Tanners. Is Tanner here today? How many people out there named Tanner today? Anybody?
Is anybody named Tanner?
No.
Oh, wow. It's a Tannerless crowd.
That's the first time all trip that's happened.
Oh, boy. We need a Tanner. Uh-oh. Can somebody get us a Tanner?
Seriously, though?
I'm not talking about self-tanner, ladies. Put that away. Okay. All right. Who are you looking for? Tanner? Tanner!
Any one of them.
No? Okay.
I think he's hung. Tanner must be hungover. He was pretty hot.
Tanner's drunk, yeah.
He was hot at the Ameristar the other night.
Was he really?
Oh, yeah. He was pumped. He said,
good for him. Good for him. Question. What's your favorite team of all time? Carl, I want to start with you, okay? What is your favorite team of all time? Somebody asked me last night, I did an AMA at 2:30 in the morning, and somebody asked me that, and I was like, I got to think about that. Now, my answer is very, very clear. My favorite team of all time is the 1996 Mississippi State men's basketball team. They went to the Final Four. Eric Dampier, Dante Jones, they played Syracuse. It was the year that Kentucky won. We actually beat Kentucky for the SEC championship, and we're about to win the national title when we had an unfortunate misstep against Syracuse in the 96 Final Four. But that was my favorite team. It's the only time we've ever made that big of a run in basketball, basketball being my favorite sport at the time. That's just my favorite team. That's the one I love the most.
I had a childhood memory. I saw that team play at Northeast Louisiana during the season.
Really?
My dad and I did when I was 12. I remember. They had an awesome point guard, too.
Well, they had Marcus Bullard. Darrell Wilson was the shooting guard who was fantastic.
Okay.
It was just a great team.
I remember that team.
I'm going to pull a loser just like you, even though I had the 2016 Cubs that went on and won the World Series.
Can you just stop real quick? Don't call him a loser.
No, I know. They went to the Final Four, but they weren't champs.
You called him a loser.
Yeah, I have a Final Four team, too, that didn't win a championship.
All right, here we go.
All right, but it's not a Final Four team. It's actually the Cubs, 2003, when they went to the NLCS and lost to the Marlins. And that, obviously, the World Series was great, but they just, like, pulled me in as a young man. I was 15, 16 years old, and that was when it was like, you are married to this. Like, this is your number one team. You love these guys to death. And then it's having Mark Pryor and Kerry Wood and Sammy Sosa and Aramis Ramirez, and they trade for Kenny Lofton, and like just the way that team came together and really got my heart in on the show.
I guess it's where you are in life, how young you are. Like you were that. I was 17 in '96. Like 2014, I was, I don't know, 30, 35. We went to number one in football. It was great. It was incredible. It's the best football memories of my life. But it didn't secure a place in my heart the way that '96 basketball team did. And I gotta say, this baseball team that's sitting over there in that hotel is very, very high on the list right now.
They can climb it, and that's cool because you're in a job where you have to work the content and the sports, and it just takes a different shape. And I like the point you're making. When you're 17 years old, all you care about is that team winning and losing. There's no so when they win
there's
the
other
World
things
Series,
you care about.
I mean, for sure, yeah, like getting laid and stuff. But when you're, like
17, is that legal?
Where you guys are from.
That was funnier to me than you guys. Okay.
I mean, okay, I'm getting thrown off here, but the 2016 Cubs, I was 30 years old, and it was just like, I'm 30. Like, how much do I have to party? I have to go to work on Monday.
Yeah.
So it's just a different feeling.
What about you?
Easy.
Tracy Porter?
09 Saints. I moved down to New Orleans during that fall, went to 8 games. The most memorable moment I have as a sports fan is when Brett Favre threw the interception back over the middle before overtime, when the Vikings play-by-play guy says, "This isn't Detroit, this is the Super Bowl." And I'm looking around the Super Bowl, and I'm talking everybody in tears. Like, I've never seen an emotional moment like that when the Saints won, and then getting to go to the Super Bowl and the Tracy Porter pick six. And I had like a moment right after that game as the Saints were celebrating. I was like, I got to see this once in my entire life. Like, I'm never going to complain again. And that's the most, especially the Saints coming after Katrina. I know there's a lot of State fans that like New Orleans.
You mentioned a word there that I've got to talk about for a second. How many times do you wake up in your life when you know I'm going to cry? I'm going to cry later today. Usually it's when, funeral, something's happened, I'm going to cry tonight. I'm either going to cry happy tears or I'm going to be very, very upset. I'm less likely to cry if we lose. I probably won't cry then. But if we win this game,
first ever,
if we win the national championship, I'm going to cry. I'm sorry. If that makes me less of a man for whatever.
Man.
Are you going to cry if we win? Okay. All right. This guy's already crying. Okay. Relax, sir. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, there will be a lot of crying in the beer garden.
Yeah.
There'll be a lot of, like, once you guys get in your emotions and stuff, and it's like, I knew we could do it.
Everybody hugging. Yeah. You see an old friend you haven't seen for a while. And
we did it. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of that. We did it.
There was a lot of that last night. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Yeah, honestly, I think you might have earned to react however you want. I think you can do whatever you want. If you wanted to run on the field, Brandon, and strip down butt-ass naked, I don't think anybody would blame you.
I was thinking about that. Content. Content's a 2-syllable word. Why are you making a 3-syllable word?
What is content?
Content. Fucking Greg. I love Greg. Greg's such a key part of this.
How many G's are in your name? 1 or 2?
Greg. Greg's voice is gone, and it's the saddest thing I've ever seen.
Never mind. I can't even set you up. I feel bad.
What? Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, just relax, man. Come on.
Relax. Guys,
I just want to apologize to you guys. I'm scatterbrained.
Well, no, and actually, I was nervous for you today because coming in here and all this stuff. I know we're doing a show, but you don't. I mean, and we're doing the show, but all you care about is 6 o'clock right now.
That's all I really care about. Yeah. I just care about getting there. I don't know what I'm going to do this afternoon. Like, ideally, because I didn't sleep well last night, I would go to the hotel and take a nap. That's impossible. I'm not going to be able to do that. I don't want to walk around downtown because every time I do, I spend $300 on T-shirts. So I don't know what to do. I know yesterday before the game I had 2 Chick-fil-A sandwiches and a sweet tea, so I got to go get that. I got to go do that. I parked in the exact same place I parked yesterday, so I'm off. Oh, we got parking fans here. All right, good. They love a meter over there.
We got a couple good ones across the street here.
Look at those spots.
Who's the first phone call you make tonight if they win?
It's gross. That's a great. My daughter. Because not to get emotional or anything, because this is a comedy show. So I got 4 kids. The daughter's the oldest. She's 12. I got a 10-year-old boy, an 8-year-old boy, a 5-year-old boy. The boys just don't care yet. They're not there. The daughter is dove headfirst into Mississippi State fandom, and one of the regrets I have is not being able to get her out here. But I've been working. I can't really do it. But I'm calling. Yeah, I'm going to FaceTime my wife and my daughter if it were to happen.
She's a good softball player too. So
yeah, and then I might and then my mom, and then probably Dak. I'll probably text Dak. What are y'all laughing at? You telling me I can't text Dak? I can text Dave Portnoy right now.
Who's going to text Jake Mangum first out of y'all both? Look.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I got to him.
Let me tell you about this bastard right here. All right. So me and Jake Mangum are like this. We're best friends. And
What's up, Rusty? Hey, Mike.
what are you doing?
Saying hi to my Mississippi State friends while you're about to show me up and tell me I'm not a good Mississippi State friend. But go ahead. That's Mike Berner, and that's Rusty. Those are the architects that built the dude.
And Mike hosted me.
Okay, that's just
Mike hosted me at the dude too from Oklahoma State.
That's just lucky timing on your part. There's no way those guys should have walked in at that exact moment.
Some would say this whole week has been lucky timing for you, too.
Oh, yeah.
I would agree.
I would agree. Good run of bad luck.
So,
Hey, keep talking shit about me.
Jake Mangum, everybody in this room knows, if you're watching along and you don't know who he is, the all-time SEC hits leader, went to Omaha twice at Mississippi State. One of the, I would say with Dak, probably one of the most revered athletes in recent history. Okay, so I FaceTimed him the other night after we beat Texas. And I'm talking to him because me and him are tight. And we're talking. And I look over, and one night I look over and Carl's on FaceTime. And I'm like, is that Jake Mangum? When did you become friends with Jake Mangum?
I became friends with him through Barstool. You kind of casually introduced us, and then
did I?
Yeah, and then we DM and talk a little bit. Then I ran into his cousin Taylor a week ago, and then we started a couple days ago, and then we had a couple beers.
I texted him last night and said, "Stop talking to Carl."
And he texted me right back. He goes, I think he said,
"Oh dear."
Uh-oh.
Hey, Rusty. What's up, buddy? Good to see you, Rusty. That's Rusty. That's my boy.
He's probably still getting hits against Ole Miss.
I just kept
700 against us.
I just kept sending Jake pictures of all the Jake Mangum jerseys I was seeing around.
Yeah.
And there was a camo one Mike was wearing, and then there was a little kid wearing a Jake Mangum jersey. I thought it was so cute, so I took the picture and sent it to him. And I was like, who the hell are you? And I said, by the way, don't let Brandon tell you that you and I are not friends. And he said, you're my effing boy, Carl. He didn't spell it out. He just said, you're my boy. And he meant it. That's a good sign, though. What are you mad about?
No, I'm not mad about anything. I'm not. Just get your own friends.
But I mean, let it go. Remember we talked about the Chinese finger trap yesterday?
Yes, we did talk about that.
See, what do you think about all this?
I just am glad Chris Mangum's not playing college baseball anymore.
Jake Mangum.
Or Chris's dad. Jake hit 800 against Ole Miss in 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I'm just glad I don't have to see him anymore because he was that good. I mean, he hit 400 his freshman year.
Yeah, ever since he graduated, you guys have done great against us.
No, we hadn't.
I know.
No, we hadn't. I think we're 2. I think it's 3-16 or something.
Yeah, no, it's
bad.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Well, you guys are 1-0 since I consciously started cheering for you.
Really?
Yeah.
You waited that late to start cheering for us?
I didn't pick. I was on Virginia.
Yeah.
And then once Virginia got knocked out, because my boy's the pitching coach there, and then I assessed the field and was like, we're going to see how it goes. And we went in the national championship game. I couldn't pick between Vandy or Mississippi State.
Can I say something to you?
Yeah.
Honestly, that hat looks good on you.
Thank you.
That hat looks really good on you.
I actually like the hat. And everybody watching, you guys in this audience don't know this. I'm a huge high school guy. Everybody watching, everybody at Barstool knows that you don't shut up about my high school. These are my high school colors, maroon and orange.
Really?
And that's my number one.
Maroon and orange, that's a terrible combination.
Like VTech, Virginia Tech, kind of?
Bro.
Virginia Tech?
Is that?
It's burnt orange.
Okay, well, what was the nickname of your high school team?
Hail our Crusader team. The Crusaders.
Okay, all right. I gathered that when you said Hail our Crusader team.
Well, Hail seems to
What is the most unique high school team nickname in your state?
Oh, the Wooden Shoes.
The Wooden Shoes?
Yeah, Teutopolis. Really? Shout out Teutopolis. Teutopolis, Illinois, which is a population south of 1,500.
Teutopolis?
Illinois. It's about an hour.
I don't want to go there.
Yeah, it's about an hour southeast of Champaign, Illinois, and their high school mascot is the Wooden Shoes because they have a big Dutch population.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know how to process any of that information.
You ask, I answer.
We have, okay, so I would say in Mississippi, probably either the Whippets of Kosciuszko.
The Whippet's the drug?
No, the Whippet's a dog.
It's also a drug.
Is it?
Yeah, the little nitrous oxide thing. You Mississippi. That's more of an Ole Miss thing.
I think they always... So you having a stroke?
No, I just
Ice cold fatties, huh, Carl?
No, I learned that Ole Miss, those guys party a little more harder.
I don't know. I think it's Mississippi.
Okay.
I think it's everybody in Mississippi throws down pretty hard. But anyway.
I heard those Ole Miss guys can't trust them.
I agree. And then the Sea Urchins. Do we have one called the Sea Urchins? East Union? Yeah, the Urchins or something like that. Hey, Robbie Falk, how you doing? Good to see you. I didn't know you were here.
It's not high school, but the old Fighting Okra, Delta State. I know the Statesman now, but the old Delta State.
That's my buddy.
Okra.
That's my buddy Robbie.
Okay.
He's in media, but he's here watching somebody in media with talent.
Wow. Can we all agree that the Commodores is pretty?
Commodore's a terrible name.
Yeah.
And plus, it's got that old white man with the scrubber on top of his head. It's not a great mascot. Houston Hilltoppers. You're just from Houston, sir. Yep, Luke Hancock. You know what they call him? Hammer.
Herbie.
Herbie?
Sounds like a general's name. Luke Hancock.
Herbie
like an Army
Hancock.
general.
I remember Herbie Hancock.
Yeah, it's Black Sheep.
It's a jazz musician, right? Or is he rock?
No, it's Tommy Boy.
What?
Tommy Boy, the movie Tommy Boy.
You know, Tommy Boy, I never really got into Chris Farley, the movie actor. I liked him on Saturday Night Live. I never really got into Tommy Boy or Black Sheep.
Richard.
Is that bad? Okay.
At some point, I'm doing the van down by the river with Barstool. I can do it pretty good.
I think you need to do that immediately.
Yeah, I can do it.
I think that's actually like your backup profession if things don't.
I can do it. I've got some good Matt Foley.
Can you give me just a little bit of it?
Let me tell you a little bit of what my life is all about.
Oh, wow.
I've practiced.
Are you a professional wrestler?
No, I can cut promos, but I can jump through the table for you. But we're not going
Maroon! Maroon! Maroon!
Pandering son of a bitch.
I did 3 times. I felt it. Normally I only do 2.
Do 2 or 3. What's the rule?
Normally I only do 2 unless I feel it. Then I go 3. Never 4. If I do 4, put me in a cab, send me home.
Okay.
This is oh, wow. The West Virginia has a team called the Polka Dots. That's interesting. Polka West Virginia or the Polka Dots. That's good. I like that. You don't like that? Okay. All right. Think of the uniform possibilities. You could have maroon and orange polka dots. Anyway, this is a gambling show. We got to do a little gambling business real quick. I got 3 picks for today. I will go first because, frankly, it's my time. It's my week. It's my show. All right, here we go. Oh, Hail State Stool just sent me, will Bednar play for the Mars Fighting Planets? Are you here? Are you here, Hail State Stool?
I think he is.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, what's up, Brooksy?
Hey,
You outed him yesterday, Carl. Those counts.
I asked him if I could. He said
Okay,
yes.
those counts are supposed to be a no.
do you have a Barstool flag at the house? Here.
Big shout out to him too. He does a really good job of that.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
met him at Duty Noble. I think he does an awesome job.
You know, it's when I see somebody, one of our Barstool Viceroys, who's, you know, just a kid, he's busting his ass, right? And this guy's doing content, he's doing funny content, doing good stuff. When I see somebody like that, and then we're playing an opponent who just has not that. It's you're great. You're fantastic. You know what I'm talking about.
We don't have the presence on the opposite side of
correct.
Us, huh?
Yeah, correct. We don't really have a strong presence there right now. So anyway, the less I say about that, the better. But this guy is fantastic. All right, my gambling picks right now. Number 1. What do you think it is?
I'm going to guess Mississippi.
Mississippi State money line to beat Vanderbilt, to beat Kumar Rocker, to win the first national championship in school history. Happens tonight. We've come too far. We've been through too much. This team is too special. They fight back too hard. It is our... Are there any kids here? It is our fucking time tonight to go out and to win a national championship. I don't think there's any kids here. What's that?
If you brought your kid here anyways...
Dave tweeted again? What's Dave tweeting again? Dave's tweeting too much. I don't like this.
Bednar greater than Rocker.
Oh, boy. Dave just tweeted Bednar better than Rocker, greater than Rocker?
What is that man doing?
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
What is that man doing?
Dave's going to... You know what?
He's going to be mad at you if they...
No. First of all, it's his choice. You know what he's going to do? He's going to take the glory away from me. It's going to be his championship.
Why is Bob Nightingale replying to Dave? Shut up, Bob Nightingale.
Yeah, Bob Nightingale. Who's Bob Nightingale?
Bob Nightingale.
Oh, that guy's always wrong.
It's the USA Today guy that's always wrong about Major League Baseball. Has hundreds of thousands of followers.
So there you go. As long as you do it spectacularly.
Off about everything.
All right. I also have Clippers money line to go ahead and force a Game 7.
They got a lot of momentum.
I didn't talk about basketball yet. And on the chat, I apologize. We haven't talked as much about pro sports and everything. It's hard to in this room. It's hard to in this building. It's hard to right now in this moment because we have been here for 14 days. We've been part of this incredible run. We're swept up in this. So Pick Central will get back to what Pick Central is as soon as we get done. In fact, tomorrow it'll be in New York with I believe Marty, Big Ev, and maybe Rico. But I apologize. We haven't been able to talk as much about some storylines in pro sports. But at the end of the day, the content is the content.
Yeah, it's your show. It's about you.
We're doing stuff here, and we're trying to get as much. So it is what it is.
We got a packed room. Look how many people.
We have a packed room right now.
Packed.
But the Hawks last night, without Trae Young, and Giannis goes down. So who knows? This is the biggest war of attrition NBA playoffs that I've ever seen.
Whole
You
year.
guys got Kawhi goes down. Chris Paul goes out for a minute. Everybody goes.
Jamal Murray did before the playoffs. It's literally Kyrie Irving.
So there are not many stars left standing, but it's right now we have the Hawks and Bucks locked at 2, and the Clippers down 3-2 to the Suns. So the Suns can either close it out tonight or the Clippers force a Game 7.
Yeah, I mean,
you're nervous if you're a Suns fan right now.
I would think so. Yeah. Anytime you have a 3-1 lead and then you blow the game at home, you blow the game at home, and that's supposed to be the time where you close it out.
Yeah, and you got momentum now playing at home.
When you don't do it, you got to worry.
Did the Suns get a little winner's tilt 3-1?
I think they probably did.
Man, but they were struggling to score, though. They only scored 84 points in that win in Los Angeles Game 4. I mean, I don't know. I'm a little worried about them.
Look at that kid out there. Did you see that?
Oh, in the Bulldog suit. Can someone go out and get that kid and bring him in for a second?
There's a kid in a full bully costume out there.
We definitely need to meet this kid. Thanks, Brooksy.
Who is Brooksy?
I know. Our Hail State guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How many people do you know in this audience?
I'm really big on names. There's probably a handful of people in here that have met me.
You're the man of the streets.
Yeah. I've tried to remember every name I've met.
Are you planning on hitting some tailgating before, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Seeing some of these fans?
Oh, we're going to go Lot D. We're going to
Lot D? Is that where everybody's going? Lot D? Pregame?
I think they're just going wherever the beer is, so probably wherever. Yeah, okay. No, I got it, Greg. Shit, I mentioned beer.
I'll tell you.
Look at here.
Oh, here we go.
Look at this kid, everybody. Look at this kid right here. Yes. Hey, come here.
Hey, come here. Come on stage for a second.
Come here. Come. Wear the helmet.
Yeah, help him get up stage.
Don't let him fall.
We don't need any OSHA violations.
Yes.
I'll shoot you out, Carl. Come here.
Let's go.
This kid right here. Hey, man.
Ring your bell.
Ring it. There it is. Hey, you know what we're going to do tonight? We're going to win a national championship. What's your name? Caden? Where are you from? Pontotoc, Mississippi. Oh, that's... All right, Caden from Pontotoc. I won't keep you long. High five. Hail State. Ring it one more time. All right. Thanks, buddy.
Wow, if that isn't a good sign.
Oh, my God. I got goosebumps.
We just got like a little kid mascot.
We got a mascot. Fantastic. Hey, sir, I don't know you. All I know is you're raising that one right. You, yeah. So I don't know you. You might be raising yours wrong. Do better, sir. No. Okay. Carl, now that we've got the kids in here, what are your gambling picks for the evening?
Yeah, hey, have a seat, kids. All right, you're just a few years away from being, never mind, I can't make those jokes. All right, obviously I'm going to take Mississippi State. That makes sense. We're in here. We got the energy. I'm 2-0 on big Cubs plays. I've got another max play. The Cubs are on a little bit of a cold streak. They're facing a rookie who is not very good tonight. They lost 2-1 last night against Brandon Woodruff.
Right.
They pitched Zach Davies. I told you guys take that plus 1.5. That hit at even money. I'm just going to take the Cubs straight up today. I think it's like minus 130, minus 120 or something. If you guys want to get crazy, take a minus 1.5. Juice it up. I think the Cubs win this game like by 7 or 8.
Okay, very good.
That's my only 2 plays, but I love the Cubs.
That's your super duper max play.
I wouldn't max it. I would do 1 unit less of a max. Max is shit.
How many units is max for you? 4 or 5?
I don't know.
Right, whatever you want to say it is.
It's
Also,
like how reckless do I feel in that moment?
I also have Clippers Suns under 215 that I forgot to say. So
Not reckless, ambitious.
Yes, we gamble responsibly
Because we're federally regulated.
Yes. Also, good-looking gentlemen.
There you go.
Wink.
Do you want mine?
No.
Okay.
Yes, it's a gambling show. Yes.
I know. I've got Oakland, Toronto, Philly, and San Diego all in, running half an MLB. And guys, I mean, I hate to say, everybody in America taking State against Kumar Rocker. Y'all are this confident taking Vandy. Vandy +3. I have Vandy to win it all. I took them 9-1 before the tournament. I've got Dave made fun of me when I took them +350 before the College World Series, and rightfully so. I'm on the island, but I mean, y'all are all crazy. Everybody going against Kumar Rocker like he's nothing. Come on.
Oh, it's not like we're throwing Will Bednar,
Dude,
right?
Bednar's really good, but I mean, I took Vandy for the tournament. I'm gonna think there's a chance.
You had a chance to make things right. You had a chance to step up here and put your Ole Miss past to the side and say, I am sorry for being a bad person. You didn't do it. You didn't do it.
I'm that's loyal through the good and bad, man. I did take Vandy 9-1 before the tournament, though, for real. And
No, I think everybody knows that.
yeah, and so that I got
Makes us feel good.
Yeah, there you go. If I'm the only one taking Vandy with my record, that's probably not the worst thing for everyone.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
There's so much public sentiment wanting to see State win this, though. I do think it's clouding people's gambling judgment a little.
I agree.
I do think that.
I agree, but it's one of those where my gut is just isn't going to let anything get in the way because I know this isn't really a gambling term, what I'm about to say, but this feels special.
No, it does.
Mississippi State's been out here 12 times. They've never gotten here to this point. They've never gotten to, because we played for it in 2013.
We lost both.
I believe we ran up against Garrett Cole and Trevor Bauer.
They had just left. They had just left.
They're cousins. We ran up against them and we lost. But now we're within, we can grab it, we can taste it, we can touch it. We're on a day that Mississippi State can win the national championship, which in baseball we've never been to that day. So I don't know, it just feels right.
Did you say 4 of the last 5 have lost game 1 and then won the last 2?
4 of the last 5 national champions in baseball lost game 1. Yeah.
Does anybody have an opinion? The total 7.5. I mean, I don't have any clue. I think that's
I'm staying away from it because I'm staying away from
right.
Both games have been over, and the lighter under, which felt good the other day, that hit in the first inning. The over hit in the first inning.
But
so
both games were blowouts, though, and both teams have their good bullpen guys saved for this. So, I mean, this feels like it could be 3-2 or 4-3.
It very well could. It could also be 9-8. It could be
college baseball.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, the crooked number innings happen a lot more frequently in college baseball. Where in the pros, you'll see 1 run here, 1 run, 2 runs. In college baseball, there's a 4 spot, there's a 5 spot. So.
Right. Well, there was a moment last night where we scored, I think, 3 in an inning, and I was like, I came out disappointed. I was like, wow, we should have got 6.
Yeah. Wild pitch got the last one.
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I just feel like 1 through 9, Mississippi State's lineup is really. If you're ever in preparation, if you're ever in a spot to go against Kumar Rocker, last night and the way these guys are attacking the baseball and attacking everything and the base running. Every time Vanderbilt looked this way, we were taking extra bases. We were up 8-1. We were stealing. We were doing everything. We were aggressive as hell.
Kellen Clark in the back of the lineup helps a ton. He seems like he's really emerging.
That guy.
Yeah, I think he's going to be
that guy's going to be a star.
He's going to be hitting cleanup next year.
He's going to be a star.
Very good presence. He just looks like he belongs. I think, sincerely, when this comes to Barstool, to me, the winner is where does the content go? And if the content's better if you win, or if the content's better if we lose, and the content's going to be way better if you guys win. And I just feel in the history of Barstool, when we have an employee in the center stage and the content and what can happen if they win is there for the taking, the team usually shows up for Barstool.
Hey, Austin, Jeff, what's up, buddy?
I mean, look at the Patriots.
I just made those names up. I'm trying to act like I know people.
Oh, yeah, dude. No, that's Jeff.
Yeah. Hey, Jeff.
And that's his son, Lil Jeff. Even though they're both under 5'7".
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm seated. I don't know how tall you are.
Just relax, okay?
They seem short.
They might be.
All right, legit though, I'm sincerely cheering for you because you're a guy where if you fail, it's funny. But I don't want to laugh. I actually do want to
You want me to get a
blow
win?
the roof off this place. Can I?
Please. One time.
No.
One time in your life.
Absolutely
One time in your life.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Brandon, if I did this, are you going to get up and do a hottie toddy one time in your life? No chance.
I'd rather die.
Exactly. So I can't. Like I said, I do appreciate State fans being supportive of that.
How much?
How much? I just can't do it, man.
How much?
How much?
I'll give you $100.
I can't do it. Not for 100.
I'll throw in a 10.
I can't do it.
100.
I can't do it. I literally, the Ole Miss fans, I'll get crucified. I can't do it.
I need 40 bucks.
They throw bow ties at you?
There's no. I'm not a bow tie short guy. Y'all know this. I'm not a Miss Fashion guy.
You know, this could be really funny.
It could be really funny, but the backlash is just the man has to have a code.
You're an Ole Miss fan, you know what I mean?
Whatever. Fair enough. But it would be. I will say for college baseball, it would be a lot better if State.
Hey, neutral third party, you guys did an awesome job out here.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Carl.
For completely different reasons.
Would not have been nearly as good of a trip without you, though.
Yeah, thank you for that. Was a good call. I got a call on Thursday. They were like, "Hey, what are you doing? Brandon wants to go out to the College World Series with Mintz, and they want you to come with." That was the easiest yes I could have ever said.
Yeah, and we have been here forever.
I feel like I live here.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, I don't even know what I'm coming. We're kind of taking off. I don't even know what I'm going back to at this point.
Yeah, well, like I said, is the music playing? All right, State fans, tonight's our night. We're about to win a national championship. Hail State. Shout out to DJ's Dugout. You guys have been fantastic. It's been amazing. DJ's Dugout in downtown Omaha. The show is over. Hail State.
Thank y'all for coming out. Awesome crowd.